ACU, we say welcome, but there really isn't very much to welcome you about it. It's the most miserable place in this world. ACU students look like this.
Oh my gosh!
And when the students wake up in the morning in ACU, they don't start singing, they start crying. It really is an awful place. And Bernice of ACU is even worse.
Oh god!
That was nice.
She sits on her throne all day long with tears streaming down her face. Oh, I'm so unhappy. She keeps sobbing over and over and over again. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Little Denny had been on a holiday.
Japan.
She had a lovely time.
True.
And now she was driving home. She was whistling happily to herself as she drove along, when out of the corner of her eye she saw a signpost to ACU. ACU, she thought to herself. I've never heard of that before. And she turned off down the road. She came to the sign which read, "You are now entering ACU." And underneath it said, "Smiling, laughing, chuckling, giggling, forbidden, by order of Bernice." Oh dear, thought Denny, as she drove along. She came to a castle with a huge door. Rosemary stopped her. "What do you want?" she asked gloomily. "I want to see Bernice," smiled Denny. "You're under arrest," said Rosemary.
Holy shit.
"Why?" asked Denny. "For a most serious crime," replied Rosemary. "Most serious indeed."
Not handing in your answer.
Sitting on the
That
table.
doesn't help. Sitting on the table.
Through the huge door and across a courtyard and through another huge door and up an enormous staircase and along a long corridor and through another huge door and into a gigantic room, and at the end of the gigantic room sat Bernice, crying her eyes out.
She's a bit depressed.
"Your Majesty,"
It's all the maths.
said Rosemary, bowing low, "I have arrested this person for a most serious crime." Bernice stopped crying. "She smiled at me," said Rosemary. There was a shocked silence.
Oh.
"She did what?" said Bernice. "She smiled at me," repeated Rosemary. "But why is smiling not allowed?" laughed Denny. "She laughed at me," cried Bernice. "Why not?" she chuckled.
Chuckle.
"She chuckled?" Bernice.
Thank God Jared's there. There's no proof this shit.
Denny giggled. "She giggled," went on Bernice, and she burst into tears again. "But why are these things not allowed?" asked Denny. "Because this is ACU." "Because..." Oh, wept Bernice.
Thank you.
"And they've never been allowed," she sobbed. "Oh, I was so unhappy before you arrived," she wailed, "but now I'm twice as unhappy." Denny looked at her. "But wouldn't you like to be happy?" she asked. "Of course I would," cried Bernice. "But how can I? This is ACU."
Right now.
"Come on," she said. "You can't talk to me like that, so Bernice." "Don't be silly," she replied, and led her across the gigantic room, through the huge door and along the long corridor, and down the enormous staircase, and through the huge door, and across the courtyard, and through the huge door. "Get in," she said.
Ooh.
Denny drove the crying Bernice back to the large notice. "Dry your eyes," she said, and handed her a large handkerchief from her handbag. And then from her handbag she produced a large pen. 5 minutes later she finished. Instead of saying, "You are now entering ACU, smiling, laughing, chuckling, giggling, forbidden," by order of Bernice. Do you know what it says now?
Oh, what does it say?
"You are now entering Laughter Land. Smiling, laughing, chuckling, giggling, permitted, by order of Bernice." "There," said Denny. "Now you can be happy." "But I don't know how to be happy," sniffed Bernice. "I've never tried it."
Oh, there's still more. Oh.
Just
She's good at this.
"Nonsense,"
Playful.
said Bernice. It's really very easy," she smiled. Bernice tried a smile. "Not bad," she laughed. Bernice tried a laugh. "Getting better," she chuckled. Bernice tried to chuckle. You've got it, she giggled. Bernice looked at her. So I have, she giggled. I'm the king of Laughterland. Whatever. Alright, I missed one little bit. Sorry, guys.
You all failed.
As Denny arrived home, there was Mr. Happy out
What's your boyfriend's
for
name?
an evening stroll.
Alex. I'm going to change this to
Hello, he
Alex.
grinned. Where have you been? ACU, she said, or she replied. ACU, he said. I didn't know there was such a place. Denny giggled. Actually, she said. There isn't.
Oh, because Danny turned it into Laughterland for everyone.
And we really enjoyed our time with you.
I have to remember your names.
I'm sorry about my reading skills.
No, you did well. You could be in play school.